endocannabinoid system regulates everything in our body. Our immune system, digestive system, cardiovascular system, nervous system, endocrine system, skin, skeleton, everything in our body is homeostatically regulated by our endocannabinoid system. And yet it's not taught in medical school.
When people ask me, like, so what's the most important thing you learned? By far, the most important thing I learned was that THC and CBD can kill cancer cells, that they can kill cancer cells while leaving healthy cells intact. They trigger a programmed cell death, which is called apoptosis. And not only do they trigger apoptosis, but they prevent the cancer cells from being invasive, from metastasizing. They prevent a growing tumor from signaling that it needs more blood supply, which is called angiogenesis.
So we see a link between autism and the endocannabinoid system, and that's been pioneered by a woman in California, Miko Hester Perez, who has a severely autistic son. And in desperation, she got a permit for him and gave him cannabis, and it changed everything. So today, after she's been doing this for a few years, we now have a scientific validation.
You've got cannabinoid receptors in your brain and in your liver and your spleen and your bladder and your immune system cells. You've got receptors all over your body for this plant. And so when you smoke, you're sort of stimulating and working within the endocannabinoid system, and you're stimulating your cannabinoid receptors. That helps to regulate your immune system, your energy, your metabolism, your blood sugar. It sort of tamps down inflammation. Your endocannabinoid system does a lot to maintain homeostasis in your body.
Da haben wir eine breite Anzahl von Krebsfällen, das geht von Prostatakrebs über Lungenkrebs, alle möglichen Sorten, da ist genug zu finden. Wir verfolgen in Österreich auch einige Fälle, wo Leute eben unter Androhung der Strafgefahr, weil für diese Therapie braucht man Konzentrate, da wäre man sofort bei Mengen, die der Staatsanwaltschaft als Handelsmenge bezeichnen würde, also unter Auflage dieser Gefahr therapieren sich Kranke auch in Österreich mit Cannabisöl. Wir haben dort mittlerweile Dutzende Berichte von Leuten, die zuerst ihre Diagnose Krebs in die Kamera halten, die dann von einer Therapie mit Cannabisöl berichten und dann geheilt wurden.
It has also been shown to protect against brain injury when patients or lab animals have had a brain injury. CBD appears to protect the brain from damage that occurred to the nerve cells.
In der Hanfpflanze steckt auch ein Wirkstoff, der die Symptome der Schizophrenie lindert, weil er gestörte Stoffwechselvorgänge im Gehirn wieder ins Gleichgewicht bringt.
Ich denke, dass das Cannabidiol den körpereigenen Schutzmechanismus gegen psychotische Symptome verstärken kann und damit eben nicht etwas blockiert, was aus der Bahn geraten ist, sondern den körpereigenen Rückregulationsweg einfach verstärkt.
Im Gehirn von Schizophrenie-Patienten herrscht Chaos. Durch die Erkrankung wird der körpereigene Botenstoff Anandamid zerstört. Hier liegt der Schlüssel für die Wirkung von Cannabidiol. Es blockiert ein Enzym, sodass die Produktion des Botenstoffes wieder ungehindert funktioniert. Das Gehirn kann sich somit selbst vor den Folgen der Erkrankung schützen.
Cannabidiol, or CBD for short, is the second most prominent compound found in the cannabis plant.
A lot of the medical benefits of cannabis that are attributed to THC or other cannabinoids are actually due to the CBD content of the cannabis.
It has very strong anti-inflammatory properties. And not only does it help suppress inflammation, but there was a study that showed that it also helps the body to not make the chemical that causes inflammation. So it actually has somewhat of a preventive role. Cannabidiol has also been found to have anticonvulsant properties in that it can reduce the seizure threshold for a number of patients. I've had my own patients who have said that once they started using CBD-rich strains, they have found that they have had less episodes of their seizures. Cannabidiol has also been found to be what we call biphasic in terms of sleep. So at low doses, it's what we call alerting. It kind of keeps you awake. At higher doses, it can be very sedating and cause you to sleep. The studies have shown that it can actually fight MRSA, which is methicillin-resistant Staph aureus, a notorious bug that is resistant to a number of antibiotics. A topical application of cannabis was able to fight the infection and the MRSA was eradicated from that infection site. One of the important things for people to understand about cannabidiol is it is not psychoactive. That means it does not change your mood, your mentation, the way that THC has psychoactive properties.
You know, what's so interesting is the medical marijuana community is better educated than the doctors.